Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. My name is Glynis, and welcome to my kitchen. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have a number of new subscribers, so I want to warmly welcome you. And for those returning, well, it is always a pleasure to see you. Today, and probably for the foreseeable future, we are celebrating the pumpkin, the season of the pumpkin, however you want to refer it, but today's recipe is for a cream cheese pumpkin muffin. I have not tasted this yet. These have just cooled off, but oh my goodness, they look delicious. It couldn't be any easier. And without further ado, pumpkin cream cheese muffins. Enjoy. Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be delicious. We have a handyman coming. He's going to do some plumbing. It's going to be wonderful. And I'm going to be able to share a main bathroom video with you shortly, I hope. I still have quite a bit to do, but I'm going to be making these pumpkin muffins. And of course, I've got a 15-ounce can of pumpkin here. 2 very well beaten eggs, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. And what I have here in this bowl is I do have a 1/2 cup of butter, melted, pretty much melted and slightly cooled. You definitely want this slightly cooled. You don't want to be cooking your eggs in here. And I'm going to just go ahead and add my butter. And get a good stir on this. What I've got here, I'm going to just switch really quickly, is I've got 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and y'all know I'm going to put the ingredients below. And I have a combination of baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of nutmeg. Just give this a really brief whisk and make sure that everything is happy and that you don't want any lumps or bumps or anything untowards. And if you hear some noise in the background, Anya is on her favorite toy, and that's one of those big plastic with the ball and the ring, and in the center is the cardboard. Oh, it's just great fun. But just whisk that together really well. And just slowly incorporate your flour into your pumpkin mixture. I learned years ago, and I'm talking, oh my goodness, I must have been probably 12 years old. I think I was about 12 years old. Anyway, in home ec class, and the first thing, I had never taken home ec. I had really never been allowed to bake or cook in my mother's kitchen. Of course, I was like only 11 or 12, but when I had home ec, our home ec teacher, she said, whatever you do with your muffins, don't over stir your muffin. She said, it will be tough. She was a very proper Southern lady, and she says it will be very, very tough. And I have kind of gone by that ever since I've been baking with muffins anyway. But I remember putting together, I remember that was the first thing I had ever made from scratch and put together. We baked it in class and had it as a snack when we finished, and I was just floored. I had never had anything really, like, as far as muffins are concerned, homemade. Not very often anyway, and so it was a real treat. But I'm going to ahead and finish stirring this, and we're going to start on the cream cheese mixture. Now for the filling here, I've got 8 ounces of totally room temperature cream cheese, 1 egg yolk, and 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and just stir this and whisk this until it is fully incorporated and smooth and creamy. And I'll be back in a moment to show y'all mine. I do have my cream cheese absolutely as smooth and creamy as I can. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and just give it a little bit of a stir. My batters here, I do have, I'm going to set this aside for just a moment. I do have my muffins all ready to go. And as I see, this is not going to be near enough. So I've gotten my bigger scoop. And I got these little paper liners. I'm sure you can find them elsewhere. I found these on Temu. And now I've got just 1 scoop of this. You don't want to overdo these. 1 scoop is going to be plenty for these. Plenty. So if you have, you know, a smaller, you know, cupcake liner, if you're just not going to even use liners, you may want to use maybe half of what I'm doing. I mean, y'all are going to just have to, you know, judge for yourself on that one. But I have my cream cheese mixture here. If I can move this, I'm going to take 1 tablespoon, just 1 tablespoon, and give it right there on the top. And then take whatever it is that you have. If you have a butter knife, a fork, or whatever, and just, or a skewer, and just take that in there and just give it, I'm not really sure y'all can see, but y'all know how to give it a little bit of a swirl. And that's all you do. 375. I'm going to start checking mine at 18 minutes, 375, 18 to 22, 25 minutes until you skewer them and they are done. I believe that y'all can see, I had a little bit extra, and this is what you can see. This is not baked, but I did have a few extra. If you have a few extra like this, before that you put these in the oven to bake, pour a little water in the empty spots here so it doesn't get overheated and kind of scorch. That would be no good. But 375, 18 to 25 or so minutes, depending on your skewer. And what I do have here is I've got some cinnamon sugar, just like if you want to do toast or, you know, whatever. I'm going to put a little bit of this, and my oven's ready. I'm going to put a little bit of this on some of these. I've got one that, and I can see this one is because it's got the vanilla beans in it, a little bit of vanilla, and I can see some of the vanilla beans. I wish that y'all could see this. I'll have to do a photo. But you can see the vanilla beans on top here. Just a little bit of sugar, not a lot. Just a shake. And there we go. So I'm back. That was a lot of fun. Really, really quick. Very easy. Now, I have not tried this at all. But as you can see, they came out really well. The ones in the paper probably are going to go with the handyman construction crew that's coming this morning. I'm so excited. It's one step further to the main bathroom getting finished. But this is where we are. And, you know, I made a few just in the tin, and they came out really, really well. And I've got way more here. So I think I'm you know, whoever happens to be here, here, don't you want a muffin? But anyway, I have one here for me. I'm going to take just a wee bit of a taste. And let's just see. First, I'm just going to bring it close, and I'm going to just pull this right open if I can. My cream cheese. Now, I haven't opened and tore one of these apart, but it only went down so far, and that's probably operator error. But I'm going to take just a wee bit of a taste. It's very nice, very soft. Tear it apart a little more and get a little cream cheese. Yes, it's got a really nice flavor. It's not too strong. This is really, really delicious. This is my breakfast today. I hope that everyone gives it a try. It's so good to have for your freezer, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing with these. The ones that don't walk out of here with Handyman Dave will be put in my freezer. Yum. This is so delicious. The cream cheese is light. It's not, you know, too thick that you can't actually eat it. But there you go. So good. Give it a try. I want to thank y'all again for joining me here, home at the Hollow. Goodbye, y'all.